Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel, and we're going to bring you start number 7 for Denny McLain in this Year of the Pitcher Challenge versus 2017. And today, Denny McLain will be facing the Los Angeles Angels, and Parker Bridwell. We're using Strat-O-Matic baseball. 1968, Denny McLain of the Detroit Tigers was 31-6 with an ERA of 1.96, striking out 280. Bob Gibson, his running mate in this challenge against the 2017 teams, 22-9 with an ERA of 1.12, striking out 268. Bob Gibson's 7th start is up on the channel already. We pitched that one yesterday. And they take on the 12 best teams in Major League Baseball in 2017. Home and away for 24 starts. Let's see how the Year of the Pitcher does against 2017. The 2017 Major League Baseball teams: Arizona Diamondbacks, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, Cleveland Indians, Colorado Rockies, Houston Astros, Los Angeles Angels, Los Angeles Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers, Minnesota Twins, New York Yankees, and the Washington Nationals. So let's get to the lineups. And hello to our good friend T-Dub from What's Blazing in Sports. Hope all is well with you. Check out that wonderful channel, What's Blazing in Sports, for all your boxing needs. All right, due up for the Tigers. Here's their lineup. Batting first, playing second base, Dick McCullough. 249, 16 homers, 56 runs batted in. Batting second, playing right field, Al Kaline. 287, 10 homers, 52 ribbies. Batting third, the designated hitter, Gates Brown. 370, 6 home runs, 15 RBI. Batting fourth, playing left field, Willie Horton. 285, 36 home runs, 85 ribbies. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jim Northrup. 264, 21 home runs, 90 runners driven in. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Bill Freehan. 263, 25 homers, 84 runners driven in. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Norm Cash. 263, 25 home runs, 63 ribbies. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Mickey Stanley. 259, 11 home runs, 60 RBI. Batting ninth, playing third base, Eddie Matthews. 212, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. And they'll be facing Parker Bridwell on the mound for the Angels. Angels did not have a stellar year, but they did hit a lot of home runs in 2017. And Bridwell was 10-3, 3.64 earned run average in 20 starts, striking out 73, walking 30. Behind the plate is Maldonado, 1E1 -3 arm. Crone's at first, 3E7. Pennington is at second, 3E14. Simmons is at short, 1E14. Escobar is at third, 4E23. In left field, Revere, 3E7 with a +3 arm. Trout is in center, 2E2 with a -1 arm. And Calhoun is in right, 2E4 with a -3 arm. So here's Dick McCullough to start things off. In the project, he's batting 125 with 1 RBI. He's looking for the 2-5 column. Here's the pitch by Bridwell. And that is a 1-9 to McCullough, 1-9. And that will be a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 down. Al Kaline steps to the plate. Kaline batting in the project, .476 with 1 RBI. No home runs. He does have 3 doubles. Maldonado sets the target. Here's the pitch to Al Kaline. And that is a 4-5 to Kaline. This will be off the Bridwell card, 4-5. And that'll be a fly ball out to Calhoun. Goes back a bit and right, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. The designated hitter, Gates Brown, steps to the plate, left-handed batter. Batting .364, 1 home run, 2 ribbies. Looking for the 1-3 column. Parker Bridwell gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Gates Brown. And Brown has his column, 3-8. Will his hot hitting continue? 3-8 for Gates Brown. And he works a walk. The inning stays alive. So 2 outs, runner at first for Willie Horton. Horton batting .217. He does have 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Crone playing behind Brown at first. Brown will be off on contact. Horton looking for the 3-5 column. Bridwell sets and delivers to Horton. And that is a 4-5 to Horton. This will be off the Parker Bridwell card, 4-5. And that'll be a fly ball out to Calhoun. Going back, making the catch at the track as Calhoun side retired. Go to the bottom of the first, and let's go to the California Angels lineup. Leading off, playing left field, Ben Revere. .275, 1 home run, 20 RBIs. Batting second, the shortstop, Andrelton Simons. I'm going to butcher that name. Simons batted .278, 14 home runs, 69 RBIs. Batting third, the center fielder, Mike Trout. .306, 33 home runs, 72 runners batted in. Batting fourth, the man who just picked up his 3,000th hit this year in 2018, Albert Pujols. And in 2017, he batted .241, 23 home runs, and 101 runners batted in. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Cole Calhoun. .244, 19 home runs, 71 RBI. Batting sixth, playing second base, Cliff Pennington. .253, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Yanel Escobar. .274, 7 homers, 31 ribbies. Batting eighth, the first baseman, C.J. Cron. .248, 16 homers, 56 RBI. Batting ninth, doing the catching, Martin Maldonado. .221, 14 home runs, and 38 runners knocked in. On the mound for the Detroit Tigers, 1968, Denny McLain. McLain in 68 was 31-6, 1.96 earned run average, striking out 208, walking 63. He did give up 31 gopher balls, and that trend has continued in this project against 2017. In 6 starts, Denny McLain is 4-2 with a 2.72 earned run average in 50 innings pitched. He's given up 37 hits, walked 6, struck out 47, and he's given up 6 gopher balls. Behind the plate is Freehand, 1 E8 with a -2 arm. Cash is at first, 2 E12. McCullough is at second, 2 E10. At short, instead of playing center field, Mickey Stanley, 4 E44. Matthews is at third, 4 E26. In left field, Willie Horton, very poor range, but he will make the plays if they're hit reasonably in his direction. 4 E7 -2 arm. Northrup is in center field. He's been struggling with the stick. 3 E8 -1 arm. And Al Kaline is in right. 1 E7 with a -3 arm. So here's Ben Revere to lead things off. Revere's looking for the 2-3 column. The windup and the pitch from Denny McLain. Looking to pick up his 5th win in 7 starts. And that is a 6-8. 6-8. This will be off the McLain card. 6-8. And that's a fly ball out to Northrup in center field. He waits for it to come down, squeezes the glove, 1 down. Aldriton Simon steps to the plate. He's looking for the 2-4 column. Free hand wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Simons. And that is a 2-5 to Simons. It is a Simons column, 2-5. And he greets Denny McLain with a shot to right center field that's going to split Northrup and K-line and get down for a double. So a 1-out double for Simons. And McLain finds himself in a bit of trouble here as Mike Trout steps to the plate. Trout looking for the 1-3 column. Simons, a 1-14 base runner. McCullough tries to cheat towards the bag to keep him close. Here's the pitch to Trout for McLain. And McLain deals Trout a 2-11. 2-11 off the Trout card. Not a column of choice, though. 2-11. And Trout has an opportunity here. And that is an 8. And that ball goes up the middle for a single. And Simons advances 90 feet and is held up by the third base coach because Albert Pujols now approaches the plate. 1 out, runners at first and third. Simons at third, Trout at first, 85% chance of stealing. Cash holding him on. And Pujols is at the plate. Let's see if they're going to send Trout. They try to. He can't get the lead. Good job by McLain and Cash holding him on. Full attention now goes to Pujols looking for the 2-4 column. McLain looks in, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Albert Pujols. And that is a 3-5. 3-5. Can Detroit turn a double play here? 3-5, pitcher's best friend. Instead, Pujols singles to left, 1-0 Angels. Trout moves up 90 feet to second and stops. So 1 out, 2 on, 1-0. Bottom of the first. And here comes Cole Calhoun. Calhoun looking for the 1-4 column. Free hand flashes the fingers. Here's the pitch to Calhoun. McLain deals Calhoun a 4-4. And this is a Calhoun column off the McLain card, 4-4. And this will be a play for Freehan. That's an 18. G2. It's error check. And that is a 10. As Freehan throws to second base to force the middle runner. So there's 2 outs. Trout advances to third. Calhoun is at first. So 2 outs, runners on the corner for Cliff Pennington. The second baseman, 253 with 3 home runs. He's looking for a 2-4 column. 1-0 Angels. And they picked him off! Oh, Calhoun is picked off by Denny McLain as I'm going to go grab the dice. Oh, inning over. As McLain just slaps his hand and glove together and quickly jogs to the dugout. Wow! And Mike Scioscia is none too happy with Cole Calhoun, that's for sure. So we go to the top of the second, 1-0 Angels. Due up for the Tigers, Northrup, Freehan, and Cash. Northrup looking for the 1-5 column. Here's the pitch to Jim Northrup from Bridwell. And he gets a 2-9. 2-9 for Northrup. And that'll be a fly ball out to center field. Trout is there, and he makes the catch 1 away. Bill Freehan steps to the plate, batting 182 with 3 RBIs. He does have a double. Maldonado sets the target. Here's the pitch to Freehan. And Bridwell delivers a 3-7 to freehand the catcher. That's a hard shot to Escobar at third. Good reaction by Escobar. So 2 up and 2 down. And Norm Cash, the first baseman, steps to the plate, left-handed batter, looking to keep the inning alive and keep the line moving. He's batting .227, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in the project. Parker Bridwell looks in, gets the sign from Maldonado. Here's the pitch to Cash. And Cash is dealt a 5-6. 5-6. It's a Cash column off the Bridwell card. 5-6. And Cash strikes this ball hard. And that is a 4. So with 2 outs, Cash singles to right. Keeps the inning alive for Mickey Stanley. Stanley batting .227. No homers, no RBIs, 2 doubles. Cash will be off on contact. Crown playing behind him. Maldonado goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Mickey Stanley, looking for the 1-5 column. He gets a 1-2. 1-2. I don't even have to do anything. 1-2. And let's see if he'll get a hit. 20-sided dice roll is a 4. And Mickey Stanley singles to center. 1 through 14. And the runner can advance to third. We're going to go for it. 1 through 14. 70% chance. I like that, though. We're going to go for it. They're waving Cash to third. 1 through 14. And we get a 10. So Cash goes sliding in safely to third. And Stanley advances to second on the throw, which was unsuccessful. So 2 outs, 2 on, second and third for Eddie Matthews. And Matthews does hit right-handed pitching pretty good. He's a 5R. Matthews in the project against right-handed pitching, because he's pretty much that's all he hits against. .429 with 2 RBIs. Chance to add to his RBI total. Tigers trail by 1. Runners will be off on contact. Matthews digs in. Here's the pitch from Bridwell. And that is a 2-7 to Eddie Matthews. 2-7. Will he tie the ball game up? Hard ground ball to Crone. He makes a diving stop at first. Gets up and races to the bag for the out. The Tigers strand 2. Nice play by Crone. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Angels. D. Scott Howard in the chat. How are you, my friend? Hope all is well. Due up for the Angels, Pennington, Escobar, and Crone. Pennington looking for the 2-4 column off Denny McLain. McLain rocks and delivers. Pennington gets a 5-6. 5-6 off the McLain card. 5-6. And that will be strike 3 looking. Good job with the off-speed pitch there. Froze him. 1 out. And that will bring up Yanel Escobar, the third baseman. He's looking for the 1-4 column. Freehand flashes the fingers. Sets the target. Here's the pitch to Escobar. And McLain deals Escobar a 6-3. 6-3 off the McLain card. Column you really don't want to live off of. 6-3. What will it be? We shall see. Fly ball out to left field. Oh boy. This could be good for Escobar. Willie Horton does not have tremendous range. And that's a 14. Man, did Willie Horton luck out. 14. So that's an F2. 1 through 11 is a hit. So Horton lucks out. He will race to go get to that ball. Will he make the dive and catch now? Error check is 14. So 14-14, that ball, sinking line drive towards the line. Horton on the run. He makes the dive and catch. Unbelievable. Willie Horton full extension on the dive, makes the catch, shows his glove with the ball in it. The man in blue puts the right arm up. You are out. And Escobar goes back to the dugout disappointed. So 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the second, 1-0 Angels, and here comes C.J. Cron. Crone made a nice defensive play to end the top of the second. Diving stop, racing to the bag for the putout. Denny McLain's ready. Here's the pitch to Crone, looking for the 3-4 column. And that is a 5-4 to Crone, 5-4. Off the McLain card. And this will be a play for Eddie Matthews at third. And that's a 14. That's a G2. Matthews comes up with the ball. And that's an 8. So Matthews will throw over to Cash, side retired. Go to the top of the third, 1-0 Angels. Due up for the Tigers, top of the order. McCullough, Kaline, and Brown. Dick McCullough is 0 for 1, left-handed batter. Bridwell rubs up the baseball. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to McCullough, and it is a 1-6, 1-6 to McCullough. And that will be strike 3 looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball. Good job by Maldonado framing the pitch. McCullough didn't like the call. So 1 out, no one on. Al Kaline 0 for 1, right-handed batting, right fielder, steps in the box. He awaits the Bridwell offering. Bridwell delivers a 1-4 to Al Kaline, 1-4, not a column of choice. 1-4. Kaline strikes the ball well, though, and that's a 3. Diving stop by Escobar, gets up and fires to Crone for the out. Good job by Escobar at third. So 2 outs, base is empty for Gates Brown. He walked his first time up. Brown asks for time. Knocks the dirt off his cleats with his bat. Now steps in the batter's box on the left-handed side. He's looking for the 1-3 column. Maldonado sets the target. Here's the pitch to Brown. Bridwell delivers a 6-7, 6-7 to Brown. Is it a lucky 7? It is for someone. Ground ball to Pennington at second base. And that is a 13. G2, Pennington gets to the ball. He'll throw to first now. And that's a 5. And that's going to be a rare play. So let's see what happens in this rare play. A bullet off the pitcher's mound goes to Pennington, who fires to first for the out. So that ball was slated to go up the middle, and it seems to have went off Bridwell's foot, but he appears to be okay, and he obviously feels much better as the batter is out and side is retired. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Angels. So if you're scoring at home, I believe that is 1 to 4 to 3, as it did go off Bridwell's foot. And that ball was slated to go to center field for a single for Brown. Due up for the Angels, Maldonado, then the top of the order, Revere and Simmons. Maldonado looking for the 1-4 column, the windup and the pitch from Denny McLain, and it is a 3-7 to Maldonado, 3-7. 3-7. And he's jammed, and that's a pop-up sky high to McCullough on the outfield grass. Makes the catch, 1 away. Top of the order, Ben Revere, 0 for 1 today. McLain sets and deals to Revere. Less the Raiders. And that is a 1-9. 1-9 to Revere. Ground ball to Stanley at short. Over to Cash. 2 down. Scoring at home 6-3. So 2 outs, base is empty. Stepping to the plate is Aldriton Simmons. 1 for 1. He has doubled. McLain nods his head. He deals to Simmons. And that is a 4-7. And it's a Simmons column, 4-7. Simmons strikes his ball well, and that's a 17. And that's a line shot up the middle for his second hit. So a 2-out single. Simmons is at first, being held on by Cash. 1 through 14 base runner. 75% chance of stealing. And Mike Trout's at the plate. Will they send Simmons? Will Scioscia send him? He attempts to send him, but once again, McLain and Cash do a good job keeping him at bay. So Trout will have his opportunity to swing away now. Here's the pitch to Mike Trout. And Trout gets a 110, and this is a Trout column. 110. And this could be a possible gopher ball as Trout has struck this ball tremendously well. That is an 8. As this ball goes screaming off Trout's bat towards the left field corner. Horton goes back, leaping, and he bangs into the wall. Does he make the catch? Yes, he holds on to it. A second great play by Willie Horton in left. Side retired. Trout robbed of a 2-run homer. The lead is still 1 for the Angels. We go to the top of the 4th, 1-0 Angels. What a play by Willie Horton. Due up for the Tigers, the man who just made the fabulous catch, Willie Horton, followed by Jim Northrup and Bill Freehand. Horton is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from Bridwell, and Horton has a 5-7, 5-7 for Horton. It's a Horton column off the Bridwell card, 5-7. And that'll be a fly ball to center field. Trout's there, and he makes the catch, 1 away. Jim Northrup steps to plate, and his struggles continue at the plate, batting 120 with 1 rib. He's 0 for 1 today, the left-handed batter. Bridwell nods his head. He rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Northrup, and that is a 3-7, 3-7 to Northrup. And that will be swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 up, 2 down. Bill Freehand. Freehand had 25 home runs in '68. 1 swing of the bat could tie it up. He's 0 for 1 today. Maldonado sets a target. Bridwell deals to Freehand. And it's a 5-11. 5-11. It's a Freehand column. 5-11. Can he keep the inning alive? Fly ball out to right field and Calhoun. And that's a 14. Calhoun will get there. It's an F2. Will he make the catch? 10-13. Is it a lucky 13? Yes, it is. As Calhoun makes the running catch towards the right field line for out number 3, side retired. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Angels, as Bridwell has outdueled Denny McLain so far. Due up for Los Angeles, Pujols, Calhoun, and Pennington. Pujols 1 for 1 with the lone RBI in the game so far in the bottom of the 1st. McLain rocks and fires. Pujols 5-12, 5-12 to Albert. And this will be a ground ball to Freehand at first. And that is a 2. I'm sorry, to Cash at first. And that's going to get by Cash. That's a 7. So a diving attempt by Cash. He doesn't come up with the ball, and it goes into right field. So a leadoff single by Pujols. 90% chance of stealing second if he gets the proper lead. Cash is holding him on. He can't get the lead. Good job by McLain and Cash once again. And here comes Cole Calhoun. He was picked off at first to end the bottom of the 1st. Looking to make amends for that boo-boo. McLain will try to induce the double play ball. Here's the pitch to Calhoun. And it is a 4-8 to Calhoun. And it's a Calhoun column. 4-8. Will he make McLain pay for picking him off in the bottom of the 1st? Strike 3, looking on the curve. No, he shall not. Go grab some pine, young man. So 1 out. Pujols still at first, being held on by Cash. And Cliff Pennington steps to the plate. Second baseman's 0 for 1. Stanley and McCullough hoping to turn 2 up the middle. Here's the pitch to Pennington. And McLain deals Pennington a 4-8. 4-8. Pennington column 4-8. Will it produce fruit? Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Producers go back and sit on the pine. So 2 outs. Pujols still at first. He'll be off on contact. And here comes the third baseman, Escobar. Escobar is 0 for 1. He's looking for the 1-4 column. McLain peeks to first. Now picks up the sign from Freehand. Here's the pitch to Escobar. And Escobar has a 5-7. 5-7 to Escobar. Off the McLain card. Strike 3, looking curveball, got him. Side retired. McLain strikes out the side after the Pujols leadoff single. We go to the top of the 5th. Pitchers duel here in Los Angeles. 1-0 Angels. Due up for the Tigers. 7, 8, and 9. Cash, Stanley, and Matthews. Cash is 1 for 1. Here's the pitch from Bridwell. And Cash has a 6-2. 6-2 to Cash. And Cash strikes this ball. 18. So Cash rips this ball to right field. Calhoun going back at the wall. He leaps. He bangs on the wall and he makes the catch. Oh, Cash just missed a game-tying home run. Just got under it just a little bit. And it's still almost carried out. So 1 out, no one on. Mickey Stanley is 1 for 1, the shortstop. B. Bunter. And Sosha has called the corners to move in for the Angels. Escobar in at third. Crone in at first. As D. Scott Howard in the chat says, the big man flashing some leather. I believe he is talking about Willie Horton. Yes, he has, D. Scott. So here's the pitch to Stanley. And that is a 3-6. Can Stanley bang it past the drawn-in corners? 3-6 to Mickey Stanley. Stanley strikes the ball well. And that's a 3. So Stanley goes right up the middle for a 1-out single. Stanley is the tying run at first. The go-ahead run at the plate. Eddie Matthews, he came up with 2 outs, second and third. Could not get the job done. Crone is playing behind Stanley. 1 through 15 base runner. Only a 40% chance of stealing. Matthews 0 for 1. Digs in that left-hander's batter's box. The windup and the pitch from Bridwell. And Matthews has a 6-9. 6-9 to Eddie Matthews. 6-9. Strike 3 looking. So 2 outs. Stanley still at first. He'll be off on contact. Top of the order, Dick McCullough. McCullough is 0 for 2. His batting average is now dropped to 115. On deck, Al Kaline. Bridwell, the righty, will deal to the lefty McCullough. The pitch. And it is a 1-11. 1-11 off the McCullough card. Not a column of choice, though. And McCullough has a good chance here for a hit. And that is a 12. And I honestly don't know if it's a hit. I'm going to say no. With all the little thingamajingers there. And he lines out to Pennington, who leaps and makes the catch. Good hops by Pennington, robbing McCullough of a hit. So when things are going bad, they just get worse for Dick McCullough. Bottom of the 5th, still 1-0 Angels. Due up for Los Angeles. Crone, Maldonado in the top of the order. Revere to face Denny McLain. McLain has gone 4 innings so far, 5 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and he has given up 1 run. Crone 0 for 1. Here's the pitch from McLain to Crone. And that is a 311. It's off the Crone column, 311. And Crone strikes this ball very well. Could Denny McLain give up another gopher ball? So 14. As that's a shot to left field. Again, Horton on the run. Back at the wall. He leaps. Did he get it? He brings it back. He shows the man in blue. Another great play by Willie Horton out and left. Unbelievable. One away. And that will bring a big smile to D. Scott Howard's face. Willie Horton does it again. And just shaking his head going back to the dugout is Crone. Now bring up the catcher. Martin Maldonado, he's 0 for 1. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch for McLain to Maldonado. And it is a 3-11 to Maldonado. 3-11. And that's a fly ball out to right. K-line coming in a bit. And he makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down. And here comes Ben Revere. Revere is 0 for 2. Righty-lefty matchup. McLain kicks and fires. And Revere has a 3-4, 3-4. It's a Revere column, 3-4. Can he keep the inning alive? And he's going to drive the ball. And that is a 6. And Revere drives this ball deep to right center field. K-line racing, looking up, and that ball is gone. It is 2-0 Angels, as Denny McLain has given up his 7th gopher ball. And he has been, again, he could have easily given up 2 more. He could have had 3 gopher balls in this game. He's only given up 1. It's now 2-0 Angels, as the gopher ball bugaboo has bit Denny McLain. Stepping to the plate, Aldridge Simons, 2 for 2 with a double. McLain disgusted on the mound. Wings the rosin bag to the dirt. Now kicks it onto the grass. Here's the pitch. Simons has a 2-7, 2-7, and this is off the Simons column. Will Simons get his 3rd hit? He shall, as that's a single to left. Denny McLain is being hit very hard in this ballgame. He's lucky it's only 2-0. And a very dangerous Mike Trout steps to the plate. Cash holding on Simmons at first, 75% chance of stealing. And again, McLain and Cash hold a base runner at bay. He can't get the proper lead. Here's the pitch to Trout. And Trout has a 5-4, 5-4 to Trout. Will McLain get out of this inning finally? 5-4. And he should feel lucky. He's only given up 1 run. And this is a ground ball to Matthews at 3rd. And that is a 10. G3 number sign, so that's a range play. Error check is a 15. And Eddie Matthews will not bode well on this play. Diving stop by Matthews. He comes up throwing the ball. Is past Cash and down the line. K-line chases it down and throws it in as Simmons races to 3rd base. A 2-base error on the 3rd baseman, Eddie Matthews. So 2 outs, 2 on, in scoring position for Albert Pujols, who's, guess what, 2 for 2 with a ribby. Things have gone from bad to worse for K-line. For McLain. Takes a deep breath. Freehand sets the target. Here's the pitch to Albert Pujols. And that is a 2-5 to Pujols. And it's a Pujols column. 2-5. And that's a single to left. Simmons scores. They're going to wave Trout around. And he's got a 1-18 chance. And we're going to throw for the runner at the plate. We need a 19 or a 20. It's got to be a big throw from Horton. Here it is. Horton uncorks a doozy, but not in time. as Trout slides under the tag. Freehand thought he had him, but he does not. And Pujols now has 3 RBIs in this game. And the Angels lead 4-0, bottom of the 5th. McLain is being roughed up. And here's Cole Calhoun. Calhoun's 0 for 2. Pujols at first. Here's the pitch from McLain to Calhoun, trying to get out of this inning. And forget about it. It is a 2-8. 2-8 to Cole. 2-8. And it's off his card, not a column though. Ground ball to Mickey Stanley. He'll flip to McCullough, side retired. But the Angels get 3 in the bottom of the 5th and have opened up a 4-run lead. It is 4-0 Los Angeles. Detroit will send up in the top of the 6th Kaline, Brown, and Horton. And the Detroit bats have to get busy here. As D. Scott Howard says, Horton showing everybody what he thinks of his left field 4 rating. He sure has. He's giving everyone the 4, that's for sure. It's been unbelievable. And then D. Scott Howard says, Matthews showing his age at 3rd. Yes, he is. I think Matthews got hurt early in the year because they had brought him in. Because he only has so many at-bats. But he's pretty good against, when he did get hits, it seemed that whether they're against righties. And he's hitting quite well. But that error is really costly. So those 2 runs at the end of that inning were unearned. So here's Al Kaline 0 for 2. Bridwell has gone 5 innings, and he's out-dueled Denny McLain so far. Giving up 3 hits, walking 1, striking out 4, no runs. Kaline awaits the Bridwell offering. Here's the pitch. Detroit needs to get going here. And that is a 1-4. 1-4, where Bridwell show Kaline the door. Kaline strikes the ball hard. It's an 11. Diving stop by Escobar once again. He pops up, throws the crony, scoops it out of the dirt. 1 down. And I'll bring up Gates Brown 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Brown. 2-9. 2-9. The bats have been fairly silent here for the Tigers. Will that change? No, it will not. Grounder to Pennington at 2nd for out number 2. So 2 outs, base is empty, and the man who has flashed absolutely tremendous leather out and left, Willie Horton, strides to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He does have good home run pop. 36 home runs in 68, 2 in this project. Can he put the Tigers on the board with 1 swing of the bat? We shall see. The wind-up, the pitch to Willie Horton. It is a 6-10, 6-10. Off the Bridwell card. Ground ball to Escobar at 3rd. He's been pretty sharp over there. And that's an 11. It's a G3. Error check. And that's an 11. And Escobar will throw this one away. Diving stop once again by Escobar, but this time he throws it in the dirt. Crone can't scoop it out. Horton reaches on the E5. Inning stays alive. And stepping to the plate in the left-hander's batter's box, the center fielder Jim Northrup, the slumping Jim Northrup. 1 swing of the bat could cut this lead in half, but he's only batting 115 with 1 RBI and no home runs. He's looking for a pitch. He can tee it high and let it fly. Maldonado sets the target. Here's the pitch to Northrup. Bridwell delivers Northrup a 6-6. Route 66. And Northrup strikes this ball very well. That's a 14. And that's a single to right. Horton hits second base and goes on to third as he was off and moving on contact. So Northrup keeps the inning alive. Runners at the corner. for the catcher, Bill Freehan. Freehan had 25 home runs in 68. He does not have any in the project, but does have 3 RBIs. The Tigers have to take advantage of this situation. Bridwell's in a little bit of trouble here. Let's see if Parker can pitch out of it. Maldonado wiggles the fingers. Bridwell nods his head. Freehan looking for the 2-5 column. Here's the pitch. And Freehan gets a 6-10. 6-10 to Freehan. Will the Tigers squander another opportunity? We shall see. 6-10. Ground ball to Escobar. Can he make the play this time and end the inning? That's a 3. And that ball's going to get by him down in the corner. And the error check is a 13. And that's an unlucky 13, as they're going to award an extra base, as they're going to say it's a single. And then Escobar chases the ball. So the run scores. The dive, the ball goes off his glove. He attempts to chase it down and boots it around, and the runners advance. That's the way we're calling it. And the Tigers are finally on the board, so 2 Escobar errors have been costly, and the Tigers are able to get a run. So it's now 4-1. Tying run comes to the plate in Norm Cash. Northrup is at third. Freehan is at second. And Cash 1 for 2 at the plate. Cash had 25 home runs in 68, and he's batting .250 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. He also has a double. He has struck out 8 times, though. Righty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch, and that's going to get away from Maldonado. It's a wild pitch, and another run scores. As Northrup races in from third, it's now 4-2. Freehan advances to third base, 90 feet away from another run. So now, a single wild pitch balk pass ball will score Freehan. Maldonado goes out to have a word with Parker Bridwell. Now goes back behind the plate. Squats down, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Norm Cash. Will he cash in, as we say? And that is a 6-10. I believe this is another ball to Escobar at third. Will his miserable inning continue? 6-10. And it's another ball hit to Escobar at third. And that's a 17, so he'll make the play. Now, can he make the throw, as that's a G1? Can he get his third error of this inning? And that is a 4. And he lucked out. As he'll throw Cash out. At least I believe he'll throw Cash out. Let's wait and see. And he does. Side retired. But a very Butch Hobson-like inning for Escobar at third. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Tigers have cut the Angels' lead in half. It's now 4-2, and Denny McLain is back out on the hill towing the rubber. McLain has gone 5 innings, 8 hits, giving up 4 runs. Striking out 4, giving up a gopher ball, walking none. I don't think all those runs are earned, though. McLain. Only 2 of the 4 runs are earned because he was hampered by an error. Due up for the Angels, Pennington, Escobar, who just wants to forget about that defensive inning, and Crone. Pennington is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch by Denny McLain. And that is a 6-8. 6-8. Off the McLain card. And that's a fly ball out to Northrup in center. He makes the catch, 1 away. And here comes Yunel Escobar. 0 for 2 and 2 errors. McLain deals quickly to Escobar. 3-3. What will it be? We shall see. Ground ball to Matthews. Matthews comes up with it, throws to Cash. 2 away. No problem there for Matthews. He has an error. So 2 outs, base is empty for C.J. Cron. 0 for 2. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the pitch from McLain to Cron. 5-9, 5-9 to C.J. 5-9. Ground ball to Matthews. He gobbles it up, throws to first, side retired. We go to the top of the 7th, 4-2 Angels. Has the momentum shifted to the Tigers? We shall see. Due up, Stanley, Matthews, and the top of the order, Dick McCullough. As D. Scott Howard says, Eddie could always hit the ball. Yes, he could. He played with Hank Aaron in Milwaukee, and did he play with him in Atlanta also? Definitely played Eddie Matthews. I believe he definitely played with Hank Aaron in Milwaukee. Stanley is 2 for 2. Corners are in to protect against the bunt hit. Escobar is in at third. Crone's in at first. Can Stanley bash it past the drawn-in corners? The windup and the pitch from Bridwell. And that is a 6-3 to Mickey Stanley. 6-3. Off the Bridwell card, 6-3. Stanley has an opportunity here. 17. Escobar makes a dive, comes up with it, throws to Crone, scoops it out of the dirt for the out. It's been an adventure at third base for Escobar, but he gets the out there. So 1 out, no one on for Eddie Matthews. The third baseman is 0 for 2 off Bridwell. Bridwell nods his head. Maldonado sets the target. Here's the pitch to Eddie Matthews. Can he go yard? And that is a 110. 110 to Matthews. Off his card. Not a column of choice, though. Matthews will strike the ball well. And that's a 15. And he lines out to Crone. Oh, he hit it hard, but right at the Angel first baseman. So 2 outs, top of the order. Dick McCullough, 0 for 3. Batting average is now 111. Bridwell shakes off Maldonado. Now he's ready. He deals to McCullough. And McCullough will have a 5-8, 5-8. It's a McCullough column off the Parker Bridwell card. 5-8. And he's jammed. It's a sky-high pop-up to Pennington at second. Side retired. So Bridwell rebounds from that shaky inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Angels. Trivia time. Ty Cobb won 12 batting championships. Another great Tiger player, Harry Hillman, won how many titles? Ty Cobb won 12 batting championships. Another great Tiger player, Harry Hillman, maybe, Heilmann, Hillman, won how many titles? I'm going to say 0. I think it's a trick question. I'm going to say 0. And I'll let you ponder the question while I take a sip of tea and get my voice ready for my wonderful rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, as my allergies have kicked in, as I'll sniffle my way through it. One last time. Ty Cobb won 12 batting championships. Another great Tiger player, Harry, and his last name is spelled H-E-I-L, M as in Mary, A as in Al, N as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, Hillman, won how many titles? I say 0. I say it's a trick question. So I'm going to go with 0, and I'm going to click OK. I was wrong. 4. He won batting titles in 1921, 1923, 1925, and 1927. It's pretty good. That's very good. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back, for it's root for your home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. That's the 7th inning stretch. So here we go. Martin Maldonado steps to the plate. He'll be followed by Revere and Simmons. Maldonado, the catcher, is 0 for 2. McLain still out on the hill. And the windup and the pitch to Maldonado from Denny McLain, and it is a 6-7. 6-7. And that's a fly ball to Northrup in center. He has a beat on it, and he makes the catch. 1 away. Top of the order, Ben Revere, 1 for 3 with a home run. Freehand sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Revere. 6-3, 6-3. 6-3 to Revere. Off the McLain card. And that's a fly ball out to left to Willie Horton. I think his luck's going to run out. Remember, a 1 through 11 is a hit, whether triple, double, or single, it is a hit. And it's a 13 as Willie Horton's luck is still hanging in there, as that's an F1, but will he make the catch now? And that is a 5. So it's going to be a rare play. So what wild play can happen on this? We've already seen a lot of wild plays in left. High fly ball, deep left, Horton, and he goes smashing into the wall with a leaping catch, falls to the ground. He seems dazed, once again putting his glove up, showing the ball's in it, as the trainer and Northrup go racing over there, as Horton gets up and then stumbles back down. The umpire goes out there. The batter is out. Now they're checking on Horton. And he says he wants to stay in the game. He seems a little groggy, but he's going to tough it out. Another great play by Willie Horton in left. So 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Angels. And here comes Andrelton Simons, who is 3 for 3 with a double. Can he go 4 for 4 off Denny McLain? Here's the pitch by McLain to Simons. And that is a 5-5. Will it be the 3rd and final out? 5-5. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, side retired. Yes, it was indeed the 3rd and final out. We go to the top of the 8th. Tigers trail by 2, 4-2. Bridwell is still on the mound for the Angels. He'll face K-Line, Brown, and Horton. Willie Horton has flashed unbelievable leather in this game. Bridwell, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. And I don't think all the runs are earned for him. No earned runs, which I was correct. So he has not given up an earned run. K-Line's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Al. And Bridwell deals K-Line a 2-8, 2-8, and it's a K-Line column. Can he finally get off the schneid? 2-8. And he does in a way. He walks. Tying run comes to the plate, and the dangerous batter, Gates Brown. Brown is 0 for 2 with a walk. He's now batting .308. He does have a home run in the project. Crone holding K-Line on, a 1 through 14 base runner. And Mike Scioscia is going to the pen, and that's it for Bridwell. He's responsible for K-Line at first, so his official line is not done yet. And coming in to try to put the kibosh on things is Cam Bedrosian. I wonder if he's related to Bedrock Bedrosian. Steve Bedrosian. He kind of looks like Steve Bedrosian. Could be his kid. So Cam Bedrosian comes in. Cam 6 and 5 in 2017, 4.43 earned run average with 6 saves, striking out 53, walking 17. He did give up 5 gopher balls. So no outs. Kaline at first. And Cam is a righty. Brown will stay in there. He's a 9R, so he really does hit right-handed pitching. That's why he's inserted as the designated hitter. In this project, if you're just joining us, we have included the DH because we want the pitchers to stay in as long as possible, as it is the Denny McLain Bob Gibson challenge. Here's the pitch to Brown from Bedrosian. No outs, runner at first, and that is a 5-10. So this would be off the Bedrosian card, 5-10. And Gates strikes this ball well. It's an 11. As he's going to drive this ball deep to right field. Calhoun going back at the track, reaching up, and he makes the catch. Oh, it was a well-struck ball, but Calhoun raced back and made the catch right in front of the wall, bumping into the wall. Kaline races back to first. So 1 out, 1 on for Willie Horton. Horton's 0 for 3, but he has saved a plethora of runs out and left for the Tigers and Denny McLain. Denny McLain should not only buy him a beer, he should buy him dinner, dessert, breakfast, lunch, and a snack. So here's the pitch to Willie Horton. And that ball is going to get away from Maldonado. Curveball in the dirt, bounces back to the backstop. Kaline races to second base. He thought about going to third, but down 2, he held up. He's in scoring position now. And once again, Willie Horton will have an opportunity to tie the ball game up with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the pitch to Horton. And it is a 6-8 to Willie Horton. I'm sorry, 6-6. Route 66 to Horton off the Cam Bedrosian card. And Horton works a walk. So the tying run is now at first. Go-ahead run at the plate, Jim Northrup. He singled his last time up. So is Northrup getting hot? Let's go to the chat real quick to D. Scott Howard. Felix Hernandez just passed Sandy Koufax in career Ks. Yeah, but he's not Sandy Koufax. Congrats to Felix Hernandez. I mean, that's impressive. But remember, Koufax, what did he pitch? 6 years? No, he pitched from 58 to 66, 8 years. D. Scott Howard says, and yes, Matthews played 1 season in Atlanta. Okay, so he played with Hank Aaron in Milwaukee and also in Atlanta. So here's Northrup, 1 for 3, 1 out, 2 on. Tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate in Northrup. And again, Scioscia will make another change. He's going to go to Bud Norris. And Norris is really tough on lefties, 7L. So let's look at Bud Norris's card. Norris in 2017, 2 and 6, 19 saves. He is their closer. 4.21 earned run average. Gave up 8 gopher balls. Struck out 74, walked 27. Big moment here. 1 out, top of the 8th, 2 on. Tying run at first, go-ahead run at the plate. Do we stick with Northrup? I think we got to stick with Northrup. Even though he struggled, he's only batting 148. He did have 21 home runs. Here's the pitch from Norris to Northrup. And it is a 4-8. As 4s are wild, 4-4-4. And it's a Northrup column. Could he be busting out of the slump in a big way? 4-8. Will it be great? It's good enough. It's a walk. Bases loaded. Bases are loaded now. And Mike Scioscia is just shaking his head in the dugout. So Kaline's at third. Horton's at second. Northrup's at first. And here comes the catcher, Bill Freehan, 1 for 3 with a ribby. Freehan had 25 RBIs in 68. And he's batting 200. He does have 4 RBIs in the project. No homers, though. 1 double. And he's a 1L. No place to put freehand. Bud Norris is done with his warm-up tosses. Maldonado has a quick word. Sets the defense, now goes back behind the plate. Squats down. Here's the pitch from Norris to freehand. Can the Tigers come back? It is a 5-5. Could this be a double play ball? 5-5 off the Norris card. Ground ball to short. It could be a double play ball. And it's a 1. Oh, wow. So even though normally a 1 would be a hit, but Simmons is such a good fielder, it is a G3 number sign. So it's not going to be a double play ball. So what bad luck there for the Tigers that a tremendous shortstop for the Angels has nullified what normally is a hit. So that's a 1. Now we roll the error check. And it doesn't mean it's not a hit because there's a number sign. Here's the error check, and that's a 12. So no error. Now let's see if he can get to the ball. Oops. Oh, 1. A 1 and a 12. Right? Yes. Okay. That ball's heading up the middle. And what a play by Simmons. He makes the diving stop. His only play is to first for the second out of the inning, but scoring from third is the runner. And it's now 4-3, so credit Freehand with an RBI. As that was Kaline who scored from third. Horton advances to third, Northrup to second. So a diving stop up the middle by Simmons. Throwing from his knees, and Crone scooped it out. Big play there. That would have tied the ball game up. Instead, it was only 1 run. So 2 outs. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. Runners will be off on contact for Norm Cash, who is 1 for 3 today. Cash does have 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. Batting .240 in the project. Bud takes a deep breath. Norris looks in. Nods his head. Maldonado sets the target. Here is the pitch to Norm Cash. And it is a 2-5 to Cash. So it's off the Cash card, but not a column of choice. 2-5. Will it produce? Strike 3 looking. Norris gets him. Tying run stranded at third. Go-ahead run stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Tigers do get 1 back. The Angels' lead is cut to 1 now. It is 4-3. McLain still out on the hill. He'll face Trout, Pujols, and Calhoun. Trout's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Tigers guarding the lines. Here's the pitch to Mike Trout. And it is a 5-7. 5-7 off the Denny McLain card. And that will be strike 3 looking. Another K for Denny McLain, and that is 6. He has walked none. He's gone 7 1/3, 8 hits, only 2 earned runs out of the 4. And he's given up a gopher ball. And here's Albert Pujols, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. To say that he's been a thorn in McLain's side is an understatement. He has single-handedly bludgeoned Denny McLain. Here's the pitch to Pujols. And that is a 2-6. And could Pujols get his 4th hit, as it is a Pujols column, 2-6. And he's jammed this time as he pops it sky high to the shortstop Stanley, who waits for the ball to come down. Out number 2, so 2 outs, base is empty, as McLain's trying to take it to the top of the 9th. A 1-run deficit for the Tigers. And again, the Tigers guard the lines, and here's Cole Calhoun, 0 for 3. The windup and the pitch to Calhoun for McLain, and it is a 1-3 to Calhoun. It's a Calhoun column. Can he keep the inning alive? He does with a walk, ball 4, and that's Denny McLain's first walk he's given up. There's some milling going on in the Tiger bullpen now. As the second baseman, Cliff Pennington, steps to play. Pennington's 0 for 3. Calhoun, 75% chance of stealing second. Cash holding him on. He's not going anywhere. Here's the pitch to Pennington. And McLain delivers a 4-4 to Pennington. And it's a Pennington column. So with 2 outs, McLain seems to be tiring. And this will be a play for Freehand. And that is a 6. Freehand throws the mask off. Can he make the play? And that's a 9. And he should make the play. And the inning should be over. Or the side. As he catches the ball. We go to the top of the 9th. 4-3 Angels. The Angels are trying to deal Denny McLain his 3rd loss in 7 starts. He is 4-2. And Mickey Stanley comes to the plate. He'll be followed by Eddie Matthews. And the top of the order, Dick McCullough. Stanley is 2-3. Bud Norris looking to slam the door here with the final 3 outs. Corners move in once again to protect against a Stanley attempt of a bunt base hit. Escobar in at 3rd, Crone in at 1st. The windup and the pitch from Norris. Stanley receives a 4-10. And it's a Stanley column off the Bud Norris card, 4-10. This will be a play for Maldonado, the catcher. And that is a 9. So it's a pop-up. Maldonado, can he make the play? Can Maldonado make the play? That's a 7. And that'll be out number 1. So Stanley pops out to the catcher. And the Angels, in what would be a huge upset, as they were not a playoff team, I chose them because there was a tie with a bunch of records, and they had the most home runs. 2 outs away, and this would be a really big upset, as Bridwell will outduel Denny McLain, and Norris could get the save. Eddie Matthews steps to the plate. He's 0-3. Norris works quickly to Matthews, looking for the 3-4 column. He's not going to get it. He's going to get a 6 and a 9. So this is off the Bud Norris card, 6-9. And that will be strike 3 looking. Matthews 0-4. And it's up to Dick McCullough now, who is 0-4, to keep the inning alive. On deck is Al Kaline. McCullough did have 16 home runs and a .249 batting average in 68. So far in the project, he's batting .107. No homers, no 1 RBI. Let's just take a look at the McCullough card here. As Bud Norris is a righty. Obviously, it's a 2 and a 4. How good is that 2, though? 6 is very good. 11's pretty good. 10's good. 7. 1's not bad. Let's look at Norris real quick. 4, that's the other one. 6 isn't bad either, so here we go. Can Dick McCullough keep it? I don't think we have anyone better on the bench. Let's just take a quick look. Comer, but he only batted .125. He's a 6R, though. Out of curiosity, let's look at his card. You won't be able to see it, but the 3 column's pretty good. You got a home run on a 2, a home run on a 4, or a triple, a home run on a 5, 1 through 15, a triple on a 6. Jesus. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chances of a hit. Wow. You know what? We're going to... Oh, God. Do we take a shot with... We're going to take a shot, but we have to get that 3 column. That's the thing. Two. We're going to stick with McCullough. You know what? No, we're not. We're going to go with Comer. Comer's coming in to pinch hit. Going with a gut feeling here. As they say, rolling the dice. As D. Scott Howard says, Lolich could hit. Yes, he could. Yes, he could. Back to the chat with D. Scott Howard. He says before that, Sandy pitched from 55 to 66. Okay. And 62 to 66 was the left arm of God. Yeah, that's when he was hot. Early years should have been in the minors, but because of a $40,000 signing bonus, had to stay in the majors. Crazy old drool. I'm actually reading his biography now. So you got to give us a little synopsis of the biography in one of these Chat with Al nights. All right, so hey, I thought I put the pinch hitter in. Wait a second. Oh, I didn't hit OK. That's why. So Comer's going to come in to pinch hit. 2 outs. Now it's up to Comer to keep the line moving. Again, now you can see if we get this 3 column. Let me make sure Bud Norris is a righty. I didn't just faux pas this, did I? He's a righty. It says R down here. Throws right. Okay. See this 3 column here? Home run, clean home run. The 4 is a home run or a triple. The 5 is a home run, 1 through 15. The 6 is a triple. The 7 is a triple, 1 through 3. The 8 is a single, 1 through 7. So we're hoping to get that 3. 4-3, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Comer. Can Norris do him in? And he's going to do him in. As it is a 4-4. And I believe this ball game will be over. 4-4. Comer might be showed the door. Well, it's a play for the third baseman, Escobar. And that's a 20, so Escobar handles the ball. Now can he throw it over to first? If he does, ball game over. Error check. And that is a 10. And this ball game is over, folks. Escobar will throw to Crone as Comer will ground out. And the Angels will upset the 68 Tigers. Parker, Bridwell, and Bud Norris outduel Denny McLain and the Tigers 4-3. Wow. D. Scott Howard says Comer and Euler for the Tigers ended up with the Pilots in '69. That was the Seattle Pilots. Did they only play one season, the Seattle Pilots? I have a baseball card. I'll show you guys someday. The baseball cards are like, it was pretty big, and it was Tommy Harper. I have it downstairs in the cellar in one of my closets. I'll have to pull it out one of these days. It's a good sized baseball card. It's not like your normal sized baseball card. I also have Willie McCovey and a couple others. That's the end of the ball game, 4-3, and the Tigers are in shock. Let's get the box score. Let's expand that, and we'll call it a stream. It's a fun game. I'm sorry about my sniffling and slight choking on my runny nose stuff because my allergies have kicked in. There we go, fit to the screen. Say thank you to D. Scott Howard who stayed with us in the chat. Thank you very much, my friend. And earlier we had T-Dub from What's Blazing in Sports. Check out that wonderful channel. All right, so Denny McLain goes the distance. He's now, after 7 starts, 4-3. The errors did him in. He went 8 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them were earned, walked 1, struck out 6, and gave up another gopher ball. And that's 7 on the year, I believe. His ERA is now 2.65. Bridwell gets the win. He went 7 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them were earned. Walked 2, struck out 4. Bedrosian went a third of an inning. And then Norris, he got a hold. Then Norris gets the save. Bud Norris went an inning and 2/3. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Player of the game is Pujols for the Angels, and I'll tell you why. 3 for 4 with 3 ribbies. Detroit, McCullough 0 for 4 was lifted for the pinch hitter Comer in the top of the 9th, who went 0 for 1. Kaline went 0 for 3 with a run scored. Brown 0 for 3. Horton 0 for 3 with a run scored, but he saved at least 4 or 5 runs in left field, so he was stellar. he won a Gold Glove all in one game. Northrup was 1 for 3. He scored a run. Freehand 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Cash 1 for 4. Stanley 2 for 4. And Matthews at third 0 for 4. And that throwing error was costly. Tigers 33 at-bats, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 RBIs. For the victorious Los Angeles Angels, Revere 1 for 4, runs scored and a ribby. Simmons 3 for 4, 2 runs scored. Trout 1 for 4, runs scored. Pujols, player of the game, 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And then Calhoun, Pennington, Escobar, Cron, and Maldonado were all 0-fers. They were 0 for how many at-bats. In total, the Angels had 32 at-bats, 4 runs, 8 hits, 4 RBIs. Once again, Denny McLain takes the loss, and after 7 starts against 2017 teams, the 12 I deemed the best, and 10 of them were playoff teams, and I picked 2 others, is 4-3, and his ERA is 2.65. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. So, for Denny McLain and Bob Gibson, they've been through 7 starts. They're all up on the channel. Check them out. And until next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And as always, watch out for the curveball in the dirt and the big left hook. Peace.